Fight of the night was Islam and Poirier, and then performance of the night was Holland and Islam. They all won 50,000. Congratulations. Actually, yeah, Islam wins 100,000.
Yeah. Obviously, you gave it fight of the night, so you were impressed. But give us your thoughts on that main event.
Yeah, incredible fight. I mean, both guys dug deep. Absolute war. Islam is tough as hell and talented, and he ate some big body shots tonight. Took that elbow to the forehead, and I thought that Poirier did an unbelievable job of stuffing takedowns and getting up when he was in nasty positions, staying out of that submission in the first round. Just, you couldn't ask more for a main event title fight.
Yeah. We've seen Dustin in these type of fights before.
Right.
He's going to get taken down, choked out, or something like that.
What did he learn from the Khabib fight? I mean, after that fight, he was horrified. He said, I couldn't believe, how I couldn't do anything against him, and he's going in against a protege guy who, fights exactly like him. And obviously, he worked hard on the takedown, defense, and getting back up from the bottom.
Would you like to see him fight again?
It's up to him. It's not up to me. It's up to him. He knows what he wants, doesn't want. He knows how he felt. He knows how he feels right now. That's all up to him. Okay. Listen, he's a star. He can stay around here as long as he wants to.
What did you think of Sean Strickland's performance? He said he wanted to do more, but Paulo was running away from him and he couldn't engage in him. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the fight I expected. I mean, I think that I expected him to come in and turn it into a street fight eventually. Maybe they had my thought process in the first 2 rounds, I was like, okay, they have a game plan that he's sticking to. He's chopping that front leg, trying to get him, and then he's going to turn this into an absolute street fight, and the street fight never came. I think that Strickland was way too unorthodox for him and kept that jab in his face and kept pressure on him basically the same way he did Izzy.
I go off of that. Islam said he wanted that second belt. He wanted to go to welterweight. Is that something that, I know you have that welterweight title fight coming up. Is that something maybe you'll discuss with him, or do you want him to stick at lightweight?
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't said anything like that to us, so we'll see.
A bunch of fights for the Abu Dhabi card. I think the most notable one is the return of Nick Diaz. So I guess what went into that, and I guess a lot of people surprised that Nick was coming back, surprised he was in Abu Dhabi.
He came to us and said that he wanted to fight. He was texting me and wanted to meet, and what the hell just were we? We were down St. Louis. He was going to be there, wanted to meet. Hunter got together with him, and they ended up getting a deal done.
Last one for me. After Tony Ferguson's last fight, you said you wanted him to retire.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have another fight with makhachev. Is this going to be it for Tony Ferguson, win or lose?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I would like to see him retire.
To go back to Islam, he's now on a 14-fight winning streak, which is the 3rd longest in history behind Anderson Silva and Usman. What would it take for him to surpass John Jones in your mind for that pound-for-pound number 1?
I mean, when you think about what pound-for-pound really means, right? He fought Volkanovski, who's a weight class lower than him. John Jones beat everybody at light heavyweight, then beat the best heavyweight in the division like it was nothing at a higher weight class.
So, I mean,
John Jones is absolutely positively the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, probably the greatest fighter of all time in any sport. When you talk about who's the baddest dude in the world, you put 2 guys in a room and who walks out, John Jones walks out of the fucking room every time. No question about it.
Yeah. And in no way trying to diminish John's accomplishments, but he's
but
he's fought once in the last however many years. Islam's fighting multiple times a year, defending. So at what point does activity outweigh John's?
Beautiful. I like that you asked that question. Let's talk about activity. 3 years off. Nobody, not even Ali. Nobody's ever come from 3 years off and looked the same. John Jones walked through the heavyweight, the number 1 guy in the heavyweight division, like it was nothing, with 3 years off. Yeah, John Jones is the best ever. Ever. And when I say ever, I mean in any combat sport. He's the best ever. You throw John Jones in a room with anybody, John Jones walks out of the room.
John's saying he's fighting Stipe November 9th in New York. Is that finalized?
I love it.
Yeah, nothing's official yet, though, obviously.
Yeah, I'm in.
Donald Trump was here again tonight. I know he's had a very crazy week and everything. Was there any hesitation maybe bringing him for this particular event, given everything that happened in the past few days?
Any hesitation for him to do what? Come?
Yeah, just make this type of public appearance.
I don't know. How do you think it went tonight?
It seemed like the crowd loved him.
Yeah, probably a good idea to show up tonight. Yeah, I mean, me and Trump have been friends since 2001.
Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen are doing a boxing match in Brazil 12 days before their Hall of Fame induction.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I had no idea.
Who do you think wins? First reaction.
Boxing? I would have to go with Anderson Silva on the boxing match, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Anderson wanted to do MMA and Chael wanted to do boxing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul is delayed. I know you're close with Mike. I guess, are you happy that they're looking out for his health in that instance? And do you even think it should be rescheduled, period, given this ulcer flare-up?
100%. Yeah, obviously I know a lot about it, but I'm not going to talk about it publicly. Yeah, you know. For the first time probably ever in my life, I have no comment on something. That's Mike's world, and you know, he gets pissed at me every time I talk about that stuff. Good for him, and they'll figure it out.
Kevin Holland has been a guy, like you said, you throw names at him all the time. Tonight he put out, you know, an awesome performance. It was a short notice fight too. What's his value been like to the company, and what do you think about his performance tonight? Listen,
I like him very much personally. We have a great relationship, and he's fun to watch, you know. He goes in and puts on fun, entertaining fights all the time. Gets dropped, you know, it's on his back, defends, and then gets him in the armbar and finishes the fight with the armbar. He's always fun and exciting to watch.
Ilia Topuria said he wouldn't fight Max Holloway unless the BMF title was on the line. Is that something that like rubs you the wrong way, or is something?
No, it doesn't rub me at all. I love that people love that belt and want to fight for it. I love it.
A big fight coming up is the next pay-per-view, Conor McGregor's return, of course. Great promo tonight, but we've seen in the past few days there's been like some footage coming out of him having some fun in the clubs and stuff. Does any of that concern you, like 4 or 5 weeks out from the fight?
Well, again, you and I, here we are. We were talking about John Jones. John Jones was doing a lot of that stuff too back in the day, and many other fighters throughout history. I don't know what's real on the internet and what's not real on the internet. I don't know timing-wise, and one of them he's got a beard, and one of them he doesn't have a beard, and I have no idea. I don't know if any of that's real or true or whatever, but, you know, Conor's not a dumb guy, and you know, this is obviously a big fight for him. He's calling it the best comeback in the history of sports and all that stuff, so we'll see what happens. I'll actually be with him tomorrow, so I'm flying there right now. Yeah. So I'll see what's going on.
Yeah, what do you think that scene's going to be like on Monday in Dublin?
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited to be going back to Ireland, and I love the people over there. There's always great energy. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Working with WWE a little more closely over the past couple months, I mean, you've had so much success with UFC, WrestleMania. They've been on a hot streak too. Have you been able to work with them, learn from them at all, or has it been more separate? You're with UFC and less with WWE.
It's very separate. I haven't worked with them at all. I do what I do, and they do what they do. They're using some of the people from my team to help them in different areas, you know, business-wise. But as far as putting on live events, I mean, WWE is very good at what they do, and we're very good at what we do. And that's about as far as it goes with me.
Would you like for Putin to come to see the fight, much like Trump came to see the fight today? President Putin.
You know, it's funny because any president of a country that comes to a fight, obviously we'd be blown away and honored to have, you know, at any of our fights. So yes, obviously, if it was in Russia, yeah. The president, I'm sure the president of the country would be more than welcome to come.
Asking honestly, guys, has the UFC ever talked to you guys and said, hey, don't get Sean canceled. Don't bring up shit that's going to get him canceled?
How can we get you canceled when you're the one who says all the shit you do?
I only speak truth, my man. You look like a gay pirate. Calm down.
Good fight, good win, a little bit.
Good fight. I don't know about good, but I won.
Okay. Good fight, but
barely. Hey, calm the fuck down, Canadian, bro. Yeah, that judge is terrible, you guys.
When you heard it was a split decision, were you a little bit concerned? You've been on some.
Yeah, no, I've been fucked once or twice in my life, guys. You know, you leave shit in the hands of the judges, bro, and like you can't complain. You know, I mean, I'll bitch on Instagram for a couple of days, but you know, once I go through my feelings and my ovaries stop hurting, I let it go. There's that moment where every time Costa's like, I'm gonna fight this man, he gets stuck in the face. He's like, oh, I don't think I want to fight this man today. So I think a lot of it was just like, you know, you never know how good somebody is until they fight somebody good, and that's kind of what you see in there.
But that said,
Trump is here, man. Come on now. We got a convicted felon. Let's put on a fucking show for this man.
Technically, are you one as well? Are you a convicted felon?
No, I pled to 2 misdemeanors, sir.
Oh, okay.
I could still own a gun and vote, and apparently run for president.
Was it cool to perform in front of Trump?
Oh, yeah, dude, Trump is a fucking man, you guys. I think we're all Trumpsters here besides the fucking Canadian. You know, like, I thought I wouldn't like the guy, you know? I mean, he hooks up with models all the time, you know? He has a lot of money. Like, I'm a little jealous, but no, you meet him, and he's actually a solid fucking guy. He asks me how my woman's doing. Like, he gets to know you. Yeah, he's a good fucking dude, man. Good fucking dude.
Between rounds, the broadcast showed Paulo's corner telling him that he was up 2-1 heading into the fourth round. Like, what do you make of that?
You know, he did land calf kicks, but for every, like, one calf kick he landed, I landed, like, 5 teeps. So it's like, you know, I mean, look at it. I mean, his stomach showed more damage than my calf did. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just think Costa wasn't, he just fucking maybe wanted to be friends, you know? I don't fucking know, man.
Talk to me about that last 10 seconds when you were just kind of flaring.
I think it was just like fucking so frustrated at this point. You're just like, does it really matter? Like, does it really fucking matter what I do? Like, you're just going to back up. More frustration, but that's a pretty dope little fucking karate kick, right? Who would have thought, man? I must have got some fucking Asian in me.
What kind of phone do you have?
I got a fucking Android, dude, because I fucking love freedom in America. You probably, like, you're fucking Apple, dude. Does it come with a pink dildo when you get it or what?
No, mine didn't.
Okay. We'll get you one.
You've had a lot to say about the gloves before the fight. You just fought 25 minutes live action with them. Any change in opinion?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, like, they're fucking gloves. You know, I mean, I think I'm just an angry fuck, and I'll find any excuse to be mad. Yeah, those gloves fucking suck, you know? But, yeah, no, they're fine. They're fine. I don't really know the purpose of them, but, yeah, they're fine.
How long would you be willing to wait for a title shot?
As long as it takes, man. As long as it takes, you know. As long as it takes. I want the gold, dude. I want the gold. When you're fighting these top 10 motherfuckers, dude, you're only one slip and dodge away from being knocked out. I paid my penance. I did what we did. I went and fought Costa. I didn't want to. I did it. Give me the fucking title shot. I beat Izzy, and that motherfucker gets a title shot. You know, he's not jerking off his dog. Sorry, Izzy. I love you. I like you, Izzy. He got really mad, though, dude. After the fight, he came up to me, and he was like, I love my dog. I would never jerk him. I'm like, Izzy, I'm fucking joking, dude. I don't think you fuck your dog, you fucking retard. The problem with these fucking cunts, bro, besides Whitaker, they get a fight and they take like 8 months off. Like, what the fuck? What are you guys doing this 8 months? What are you guys doing for 8 months? Just say yes to the fight. Go fucking fight. I don't understand why these assholes take so much time off. At the end of the day, guys, I want that fucking gold belt, but I want money. And you get way more money when you got a fucking belt. So let's go fucking get that belt, get that money.
Man, honestly, similar to Khabib, his movement is really strange. The timing of it is really strange to get his cadence. I wanted to open up more and throw more volume, but when he would commit to the pocket, he would exit weird. His dips with his head, I heard my corner telling me throw the knee the whole time, but I just felt like I might get taken down off of it. And his movement is just it's kind of awkward. It's a weird timing, so I couldn't get good combinations going. But everything else was what I expected.
When you were talking to Rogan, you kind of alluded to something maybe happened in the fight, but then you stopped yourself from sharing too much. Is there anything more you can share now?
I might have messed my ACL up against the fence in the 3rd or 4th round. Before I hit him with the switch, I don't remember what round that was. My knee and my knee bone and my shin bone, I felt slide, and then it started burning. I was telling Mike that through the fence. He thought I was complaining about something else, but I'll get that checked out. It didn't bother me getting off the stool and stuff. It hurt. I'm not sure if a punch shattered my nose or if it was a headbutt, because we did collide heads in the middle of the octagon. That flashed me, so I didn't feel where the pain was. I didn't know if it was my forehead or what hit, but that could have. My nose is shattered for sure.
Any different thoughts or anything you want to elaborate more on as far as the future?
I just got to see. I was fighting to be the world champion. Like, what else am I fighting for? Just to fight for the thrill, because I am addicted to it, no doubt. But like, for the money, I'm good. Me and my family are good. I don't need the money. Money's great, but my health is first. And like, what am I fighting for? To be the champion again? You know, will I ever get that shot? Even if I go on a streak, I don't know. But it's such a tough mountain to climb that I've climbed so many times. You know, I'm 35, and I see people and hear people say that's not old. You know, but I have 50 fights. I've been fighting since I was 17 years old. And every time I got off the stool, I felt like I was going to win this fight. You know, I remember thinking, getting off the stool, I'm going to be the world champion tonight. I felt it. So I just got to see. I beat a young guy last time out. I just competed with the #1 pound-for-pound guy and felt good doing it until the end. So I just got to see. I can still compete, but I don't want the sport to retire me and squeeze me out. You know, I don't want to be one of those guys hanging on. Going into this fight, I felt like whatever was going to happen is destiny. So whatever's going to happen, I can't control the outcome, just the process. So I try to enjoy the experience and the process of getting ready for another fight and walking out here to a crazy crowd and just the rush that comes along with that, you know. And I enjoyed tonight. I did.
It seems obviously you did a hell of a lot better against Islam than you did against Khabib. What did you learn from the Khabib fight that you think you were able to do excellent well, you know, in the takedown defense and the wrestling?
The things I learned against Khabib that I've never felt before, Islam did a lot of that and got me down with it, with the foot sweeps, with the balance, him switching where I needed to post to stay up. Those guys are good, man. They're good, and they have an understanding of weight distribution and where you need to be. You know, he swept my foot a few times. And I brought that into this fight, and I still got taken down with that stuff. Only good body shot I landed in the open was a right hook to the body. Against the fence, I was ripping his body, but they weren't thudding like they needed to really hit those organs.
Physically, are these wars starting to catch up to you on this, or do you feel as fresh as you did, say, like 5-6 years ago?
I think age, I mean, like in training camp-wise, I still feel the same I felt when I'm healthy and fighting out here, you know, because my body's healed up. But training camps, definitely, you know, I can't do 2-3 a days hard. I have to do one live day, one technique day. You know, one day just focus on techniques. One day I can go live. Like, I can't do live days where I'm doing 2 a days like I used to. I used to be able to do that no problem. Now I carry like the bumps and bruises from training camp a lot longer.
Also showed you talking. It looked like you were talking to DC and Rogan at one point when you were against the fence. Do you remember what you were saying to them?
Yeah, I was telling him, man, this guy wants to grapple. He don't want to fight. He don't want to fight. That's what I was telling him. I was trying to elbow him. He didn't want to, but he wanted to fight, but he was just trying to slow it down too much. I wanted to brawl with him.
What are your thoughts later this month, McGregor, Chandler?
If Conor comes back anywhere similar to what he was before the injury, I'm talking timing-wise, his rhythm, I think he knocks Chandler out. Obviously, I fought them both. I fought Conor 3 times. The way Chandler covers distance with big movements, against a sniper like Conor, you're going to run into something big, and you can't take those shots. You know, Chandler's had a long career. He's been hurt a lot. I'm not saying he's chinny, but I'm saying you can't cover distance with a sniper like Conor. If he's like he was, he's going to knock Chandler out. The later rounds came. We thought we might be down. We needed to finish. And I didn't open up. I should have opened up. You know, looking back, it's always easy to say what you should have, could have done. But in the heat of the moment, his timing was weird. I was trying to take chances. I heard him calling for the knee. He was dipping. I didn't do it. I thought I might get my legs swept or him grab a single. There's a bunch of things you can break down and wish you would have done different. But every time I got off the stool after each round ended, I felt like I was, okay, I'm getting my momentum. I'm getting my groove. I'm feeling good. You know, but that's fighting.
I think I saved this card today because all these fights boring and the whole arena almost sleep. And we show with Dustin great performance. Then give me 2 bonuses. Very good fight, but I don't like when you have the cut. Everything is pain now. Tomorrow I think it's gonna be more pain. But Dustin is a dog, you know. He will bite, kick, punch. Happy to finish him, but this guy, one of the best, still one of the best in the world.
Yeah, going into the 5th round, it was 2-2 on 2 judges' scorecards, and then it was 39-37 on one other's. Does that make you a little bit nervous and glad that you did finish it in the 5th round?
Honestly, after 4th round, I asked Khabib what the score. He say 4-0 or 3-1, I don't remember honestly. Happy to finish, you know. If it's not finished, we still have many questions. When you finish the opponent, it's done. This is one of my favorite choke. I did this many times in the training, and when I close my arm, I understand this guy will sleep.
When you got cut, were you nervous there because it's in a bad spot near the eye? Like, did you feel like more urgency?
I think it's my first cut, you know. It's okay. This is MMA. This is not soccer, not basketball. This is MMA. We fight, try to crush each other, beat each other, and Dustin today gave me a hard time.
You and Khabib said that you thought it would be a 2nd, 3rd round finish, and it ended up being a 5th. So what was Dustin doing in there that maybe surprised you or threw you off?
Because I think Dustin prepared for this fight very well. He said this is his last chance, and I think they did great job. He improved his wrestling defense. I think my mistake in this fight, I have to believe my striking more. I landed a lot of good punches, honestly. The first punches I almost knocked him down. And if I believe more, I think I can knock him out today. But it's okay. I'm happy to finish him in the ground. And I told him in the press conference, if you not top, you will sleep. But I think he stopped and sleep.
And they showed on the broadcast you guys talking to each other between rounds. Even at one point you went forehead to forehead, and then you walked. What were you saying to each other in there?
Let's say let's go something like this, We have some small beef in the press conference, but I'm happy we finish all this.
Do you want that double champ status, or are you willing to fight?
Yeah, of course. Who don't want to be double champion? This is a history, how many double champ we have. This is a dream for all fighters to get second belt, This is my dream, and I want to be in the history, and people know me like double champ. This is my dream,
Islam, if that doesn't happen, Dana was in here earlier. He seemed very excited about the prospect of you fighting Arman again. So I guess what do you make of Arman as an opponent, and I guess how much does that rematch interest you?
It's not make sense when you have rematch. I need some new challenge. But if then I want, let's do it. No problem.
Thanks.
Thanks so much, guys.
If you guys are enjoying the content, please like, subscribe, as it really does help the channel out. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video.